already know what it is. It's Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And what is that? 5 o'clock? What Pacific time? Central.
What up?
Let me turn it down.
Are you Central or you Pacific?
I'm Pacific time. I'm sorry, baby. I wasn't paying attention. I had
5 p.m. Pacific time, and it is Mac and Roz, and this is the TL Mac Fitness Show. What up, Roz?
Hi, what's up, baby? I'm just running in the door. You know me. I got so much on my plate, but I took time to come visit and hang out with you.
Listen, and I greatly appreciate it. Anytime with you is a wonderful time.
That's how we do it. You know how we do it. Can't have the what? Can't have the West without the ES. So let's run it.
You know it. What's going on? How was your week?
Long. I'm on spring break.
I think ours was stupid because ours was last week.
Yeah, we're on spring break, and the crazy thing about it is California kids are coming to school Monday. So yeah, all the kids. We had 6th graders the week before last. So now
normal though?
No, usually because we're on quarantine, and so that finally the numbers went down. So we went hybrid, distant learning. Mm-hmm. So now the 6th graders came because they've never been on campus. So we let them get acclimated, come for a couple days, and then we went on spring break. And now Monday, the 7th and 8th graders come back. So
so is it blended or is it
So all of them will be together on Monday, 6, 7,
so it's a full session. So now you have full 5 days?
No, they're hybrid. So they go cohort, I think that's how you say it, A and B.
You cohort A and B. We have A, B, and C.
So we have A and B. Wednesday is distant learning. Everyone's distant learning. And then Thursday, Friday, they come back. So the other cohort. So I guess that's C and D?
No, A and B is Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do it. We do Monday, Tuesday, every other Wednesday for A. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for cohort B.
Okay. So Thursday, Friday is another set. So they go from 8 to 12:30. And Wednesday, everyone's distant learning. So there's no kids on campus.
Okay, so we don't do that. We come every day.
Oh no. We come every day, but our kids only come either Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or Friday.
Oh, that's what's up right there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Originally, it was supposed to be set up where we have every other Wednesday off. Mm-hmm. But we have a pretty small school, and it wasn't, according to the higher ups, we didn't have enough staff that would create problems as far as lunch goes.
So we're not even serving lunch. So they go to school, and then they pick up from the lunch ladies if you have the card on your certain days. So Tuesday is our lunch day that A and B can pick up. So they come up between a certain time, and then at 1, the other kids can come up. So we only do lunch deliveries on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they give them food for 3 days. It's this distant learning quarantine.
Oh wait, so they get one bag full of food for 3 days?
They have dry food, and frozen food. Yeah, absolutely. Wow, so that's a mess. It's
that's different. My kids in building, we get hot food.
Yeah, they get hot food, and then they get frozen fruit. So frozen food.
Yeah.
For 2 days. So it works.
That's, you know what? And it's different because here it is. We're coming from the East Coast as an educator. Hey, Teresa, and you guys are on the West Coast and you're an educator. And it's crazy how it's pretty much no similarities at all. I mean, we both have cohorts, but the cohorts is nothing like the same. Like, my wife, she's also an educator, and she's with first grade. And her school has not opened at all this year. She hasn't been in school since March.
Oh, yeah, since March 13th. That's when we shut down. But
she's been her classroom is right here where I'm sitting or the couch.
Yeah, they want that money. They want that money. So they made us open up. Do what you got to do. If you don't do it, you ain't getting paid. So they made a way. They sure did. I was like, I wasn't expecting.
How many kids do you have in your class per session?
So last week. One time, a couple teachers only had one student. So then we have to go sit in that class with them. So that was different. Like I only have one student.
Well, yesterday I had 2 students.
See, that's crazy to me. I don't know. I would have preferred this to stay off until August and then came back the new year. But these parents wanted their kids, mental health. I don't know how 6 weeks of going to schools, changing their mental health. I don't get it, but hey, and I'm a parent, so I'm like, he's fine with that.
In New York, my school's been fully open since I want to say September 8th. We went back like 2 weeks late. Normally we go back the end of August.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But we've been in the building, and like I said, we have two different cohorts. We been averaging 6 kids, and we had 17 kids. So, but out of my 17 kids, I think I got like 4 or 5 that's fully remote.
That's about
and
right.
And on cohort A, I have like 5 kids, 6 kids. Cohort B, I think I have another 5 or 6, and then cohort C, which comes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I have 2.
What grade do you teach?
First.
Oh, the snotty, touchy group. They try to put me somewhere.
The thing is, if you ever see my kids,
nope, don't touch me.
My first grade kids, and it's weird because my wife, like I said, my wife teaches first grade, and we compare some of our students, and it's like apple and oranges. Like God came down and sprinkled my class.
Okay.
Like that's how great my class is.
I don't do boogers. I don't do snot. Fix your
We
face.
don't have that. And so far, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Occasionally, you'll catch the kids like,
no, and
we'll yell at them, go wash your hands.
I don't play with none of that. So they try to. You want to come to elementary? Hell no. Stick me with these kids who talk back. I can deal with.
It was crazy. Before I came here, I've been here. This is my 3rd year in the school, and I originally wanted to do middle school. You know, I preferred 5th through 8th.
Me,
but when I first got there, they stuck me in a kindergarten class, and I love kids. So when I got the kindergarten kids, it just was like,
nope.
It was, I don't know. It was an amazing thing.
Nope, not me. That's all. That's just a whole cesspool of germs. I'm not messing with nobody kid like that. Go. Don't try to hold my hand. No Miss Roz, nothing. No, thank you. I don't want that. You want some candy? No, thank you.
They love you. They definitely love you.
Nope.
But before we move on, let's shout out our sponsors.
All right.
Elevate Yours. Yo, it's good seeing you. We got it in yesterday at the boot camp. Wise Choice Sewer and Drain. Definitely, y'all already know that's my peoples right there. They hold us down. Sayings by Butter. Of course, my gear that I got on. Faith No Fear Clothing. Eli, my guy, I love you to death. Envious Creations, the greatest baker on the planet. My bro, Relin Black O 2920 Clothing. My student, Indian Ivy Inc. Of course, Team Roz and Shazzy here. Important. And our new sponsor, BQ Mommy Productions. Shout out everybody that support us, because not only do they keep this going, but they keep us going when we do the boot camps and whatever else we're going to be doing. Roz, I'm sure Roz is going to have a few things she's going to want to do, so we're going to have to throw some ends her way to make sure, you know, we can make some things happen out there.
Okay. All right.
So, you know, we're going to keep this TL Mac Fitness name flowing.
Okay.
I got to get a couple of shirts out there for you guys also, so I definitely got to reach out to Butter. I know you said you wanted a shirt, but what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to bring your shirt with me when I come down to VA.
Sounds good to me.
When are you actually going to get to VA?
April 28th.
That's the Wednesday.
That Thursday. No, wait, I'm lying. I leave Thursday. So I'm on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I leave Tuesday.
Oh, you're going to be out there for a grip.
Showing out.
I'm coming out there Friday morning. More than likely, you know, me and my wife got to discuss it more further, but she said it's my plan. So more than likely, we're going to leave like at the crack of dawn Friday morning, get there like, you know, 12-ish, 1-ish. And
how long does it take?
So we'll talk about it. And we're going to stay till Sunday morning because it's like a 6-hour drive for us.
Okay. Yep, so I'm coming to hang out with my brother. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So, my brother. So I'm going. It just God has worked it all out. So I'm going to hang out with him. Yeah. So I'm going to stay with him a couple of days, hang out with him, get his doctors in order, and then I'm going to go check out our coach. And then they're going to try to get me in the gym, which I'm probably going to be at the bar. I ain't messing around with y'all in the gym.
Well, I'm going to tell you, and I hope I'm not putting coach on blast, you know, but it's already been said, you know, and
what?
Everybody knows me. I'm not a if person. So when him and Joyce win their pro cards May 1st,
Mm-hmm.
we going to celebrate.
Absolutely.
We got to celebrate because
Yeah.
the way I see it is, the way I see it, and I had me and Coach was on live yesterday, and he punched me yesterday. But leg day and cardio right after. Whoo!
Yeah.
My legs are still hurting.
I'm not messing with that.
Tomorrow to go.
Yeah. And I wasn't going to tell nobody that I was going, but since you put it all on my team, because I'm going to have to hear about my mask and are you vaccinated? And what about your kidney? And so I was going to sneak. I was sneaking. I was just going to show up and not going to post no pictures. But now you can put me on blast on the podcast. So
you got to show out. Why show up? Why show up if you can't show off?
Because I'm going to have a whole bunch of texts right now. You just did me wrong. Okay, but let's roll with it. Let's talk about the topic. Let's talk about what y'all want to talk about because I'm just here. I'm just here for the comments. That's it.
Okay, I mean, this right here, because, you know, when I posted this, I had a few people inbox me, and they actually love this topic.
Woo! There we go. Must have been men.
It's been men and women. So the topic, as you guys can see on the screen, is how has health affected your sex life? And we know, especially, you know, I'm sure we have, you know, other listeners, you know, outside of the Black community, but inside the Black community, we have very high rates of high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And high blood pressure is a cause of a low sex drive. And that can be considered ED, you know, which is erectile dysfunction. Another thing, which I also, you know, had to deal with, you know, and I'm sure kidney patients, you know, I'm sure as you as a female, you know, you've dealt with some sexual situations. Kidney disease causes, you know, a lower sex drive where you might want to have it, but you just don't have the energy to have it. Cancer, it's pretty much anything that you can give. Coronary artery disease, which is heart disease, is another one. So there are so many diseases out here that cause sexual issues. And if it's not treated, and it's not Roz, I'm saying when I say Roz, I'm saying as far as Roz goes.
Don't ask me no questions. I'm here for the comments. Kim, I'm here for the comments.
So, I mean, it becomes a situation where there are a lot of people, and I mean, especially men, who are embarrassed about the situation. You know, I mean, there's nothing like, you know, laying down in bed with your woman and you trying to, you're getting her to the point where you want to get with. There you go, Roz. I
got a hair. Wait, what's going on? Y'all got me nervous.
You get to the point where you trying to bless her and your monkey won't wake up.
Woo! Come on now. Come on.
So, I mean, and that's a shot at a man's pride, because that's something, I mean, we can provide, you know, we can protect, we can do so much other things, but that one little thing that, especially if you're still young, is women look to be also sexually satisfied. And if you're not handling your business, of course, I'm not gonna say in all cases. There are cases where it doesn't happen, but there are cases where people are gonna walk through that back door and go to seek another. And the same goes for women, you know, because if a man can't get pleasure from his woman because of a lack of sexual desire, whatever it could be, you know, she could be sick and she just fully just can't get into it. You know, a vaginal canal not getting wet.
Oh, okay. All right.
He can also, you know, step to the back door.
Wait, the back door? Talking about the booty?
No. The back door means he's going to the back door, going somewhere else.
God. Oh.
Listen, viewers, y'all see where Roz was going, right?
No, I'm trying to say. I'm like, is he saying that really? Wait.
Okay, so Teresa said, I too have high blood pressure. I have high blood pressure, cancer. I'm a Mexican. I have struggled for a minute with the sex part. Okay, so, and that's what I said, not only do men deal with it, but women also deal with it. And Teresa, I greatly appreciate you opening up and being honest about it.
Yeah, real talk.
Because that right there says a lot. And with you opening up, the question is, have you been able to go to a doctor and discuss that?
Okay. So while you're asking her that question, I always do my research on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So physical and psychological changes are a result of weight gain. So if you have gained weight, it impacts your sexual performance, right?
Yes,
As a result, extreme weight gain, some men have experienced low energy, decreased self-confidence, and low testosterone levels.
I've talked about that.
Right. So that can
lot of our shows, low testosterone levels.
Decrease your sex drive. And with women, like you said, and with men, I'm sorry, let me finish it. You have erectile function. Now, women, and it's so funny that you said this because I have posted and hit a couple of my friends up and said, hey, I want your opinion. What do you guys think? So I can educate and, research. Mm-hmm. So a couple of my friends, like on dialysis, I hit them up.
Yes, right. You're 100% right. Also medical, but we're going to get into that also.
Okay. So dialysis patients have, women were dry, like you say. They had to start using lubricants because of the medication and the, I guess with the dialysis.
Dialysis is pretty much taking all the fluid out your body. And that's
so they couldn't get their, dry. And a couple of women said that when they were with a man that was heavy, they couldn't reach their woohoo. They couldn't reach it. It wasn't there. It didn't hit the canal. I'm just saying what I have written down. I'm just reading it, and then it's up to you and your guest to go. I'm not saying nothing else. And the other one said, because of my weight gain, my fufa, hung over.
That's the belly.
Okay, hung over my private, and I only like to do it doggy style. And then that's when my stomach would flap, and then I'd be embarrassed. See, there's a lot of things. See, y'all too much. Well, those are some real topics, and I never thought about that.
But it's amazing. That's why when I sent it to you, I wasn't being funny about it.
I know.
It's a problem. And the funny thing about that is, and again, it's not funny, but the thing is, a lot of times, and I don't know how it is on the West Coast, but I'm sure you guys get NBC, ABC, USA, whatever. But you have a lot of commercials that talk about erectile dysfunction, and they talk about it, strictly with men having low sex drives and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But almost behind the closet door is that women also suffer with these same issues.
Right.
And a lot of times it's like, well, and I don't want to be disrespectful on the show, but because especially we have a lot of women, but you always have the saying, well, he couldn't get me wet. A female is naturally moist. So if he couldn't get you wet, it might not have been him. It might have been, something you're dealing with. And going back to something Ray B said, as far as that goes, is along with the actual medical issues, a lot of medication for these issues cause sexual and libido issues as well. Mm-hmm. So what's saying is we're taking medicine, and the little fine print will say, okay, well, it might do this. And a lot of times it's a lowered sex drive.
Okay.
So, I mean, we have a lot of people definitely commenting on this. And, it's funny because Kim keeps asking you, did you, Roz?
What? Kim, don't ask me nothing. No, Roz is just here for the comments. I'm like that Michael Jackson gif. He's just eating the popcorn. I'm not. I got a whole entire crazy man over here. I ain't saying shit. I already got a check last night for taking a picture with another man, and posted it on Facebook. So I don't got nothing.
Okay, Teresa said, I think that my wife was afraid to hurt me for a while. And yes, when you are giggling around, when you are heavy, It's embarrassing. I have a great sex drive now, but I'm embarrassed of my body. I have no breasts, and so my eyes go directly to my fat belly.
Really?
And Teresa, listen, I respect how you feel about your body, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you look at your inner self, you're a beautiful person. You know, we've spoken a few times on here, you know, and I truly think that you're an amazing person. You know, as far as your weight goes, there are ways that we can take the weight down. I think I told you last week to get my number from Roz so you can reach out to me or even inbox me so we can talk about a few different things. But I mean, if your stomach or your body is affecting you mentally, or they go out, one of our sponsors, they go BQ. What up, BQ? BQ Mommy Productions, definitely showing the love. But if you feel like your weight is an issue for you, clearly your wife doesn't feel like it's an issue because your weight is clearly in. You know, I'll be honest with you also. You know, it was a time when I was so heavy, and I also, you know, I used to question my wife like, yo, it felt weird. And she still to this day, now that I'm in a lot better shape, she's always saying to me, I don't care about your weight. The weight doesn't bother me. You know, your size didn't bother me. It's who you are. So, Teresa, that's what you have to look at, you know. And as far as your appearance, your appearance is more so a personal thing for you. If it's not affecting your wife and how she wants to handle you or deal with you, you have to look at yourself and say, okay, this is my thing. I have to set my own personal goal for weight loss, you know.
But I'm with Teresa, not to cut you off. I'm with that thought because, when I was 484 pounds, literally, I like turn off the lights. You're so worried about hiding that you can't get into what you're supposed to get into because you're low key, turn off the light. Okay, let me lay this way. Let me put my stomach right here for the pushback. You know what I'm saying? So it won't get the flip flop. So all those things you're positioning and you're playing it out in your mind where you can't really get into the moment of the love making because you're worried about everything else going on. So
in a nutshell, you're psyching yourself out, and also what that's doing is it's keeping you from getting to your arousal pleasure.
Yeah,
or even getting moist.
So if your mind is focused on how am I going to position my body so my boob won't be under my arm.
Listen, if your boob's under your arm, let me just push it in, squeeze it, grab it, flip it, bite it. I'm sure. Look, your husband's been with you for many years.
No, it's not about me. Talk to the viewers.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to both of y'all. So your husband, your wife has been with you guys for many years. And you guys have to realize at no point in time would they have gotten with you if they was only looking at you for how your weight is. Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. There are millions of slim, skinny women out here, but there's also many big women out here. And there are big women that have men that love them, and there are skinny men that have women that love them, men that love them. So if you look at you, and I'm talking about you as a person, I'm not talking about Roz or Teresa, I'm talking about saying you as a person, and look at your mate. If your mate is with you, they're with you because that's where they want to be.
Right. And Kim, I'm going to have them boot you. You asked me one more thing, Kim. I'm not talking to you. But okay, back to the comment.
It's crazy.
Kim hit the blunt. Kim is ready. So listen, it's funny you say that because the self-conscious for the plus size woman, I have a friend who, well, she's not my friend anymore. I know this girl who used to be my friend, but now I'm still friends with her husband. She weighs like 101 pounds and she's like 5'10". So she's just tall and thin.
Tall and lengthy.
So she tried to gain weight as much as she can. So now that they're having problems, because the topic about has it affected your life? Yeah, he is completely turned off. But like the heaviest she's probably ever been was 120. So now that she's super small, he can't stand it.
So he at one point in time she was really big.
No, 120.
That's the highest she's been in.
120, maybe 125. So now she's like 100 pounds. And
so she lost weight, and now he's not attracted to her at all?
Not at all. I mean,
if you look at that, not being funny, but 5'10", 100 pounds. First, she's smaller than me. So she's like this size.
Bone on bone. So she tried everything in her. She was taking my products, doubling up with peanut butter, like trying to eat a whole meal and get the necessary nutrients so she could gain weight, which she started. But stress, again, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, affects everything in your body. So as soon as you gain 10 or 15 pounds, something would happen and you lose your weight. So here we are, the plus size people, worried about our stomachs flapping or trying to position where you can't. Then on the other spectrum, you have someone super thin who wants the lights off just as well because they're too thin. I turn the lights off. I don't want to hear. Now,
I mean, what I would tell a person that's too thin, and I don't think we have any of those here, but along with your meals, you would want to add a grip more protein. So if you're eating a whole meal, so if your plate is right here in front of you, let's say this is the plate, right on the side of you should be your protein shake with your 2 scoops of protein and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter.
Right.
Maybe 4 to add more protein.
1,000%.
So I truly think, when somebody said that they want to put on weight and they can't put on weight, I mean, unless you have an extremely high metabolism, what I would tell you is you would have to eat twice a day, but both your 2 meals a day should be, maybe 3 times a day, should be high protein, high carb, sugary stuff. I mean, it'll get you fatter, but if that's your goal, that's what you
still want to be healthy at the same time. So you have to get those necessary nutrients in so it stay. And that's where your macros come in that I'm learning now. And it's I'm so excited about macros. I know I just switched real quick. I didn't hit my macros.
Somebody said last week that you always talk. Matter of fact, it was Mandy. Mandy posted on her she did a live video and she was talking about how she's learning so much of the macros from you. Mm-hmm. So like Coach says, and I'll be honest with Coach. Coach says it makes no sense to have knowledge if you can't pass the knowledge on, because if you drop dead today, the knowledge drops with you. So you need to continue to pass that knowledge. And Roz, I love you. Me and you've been talking for many, many years now, and we've always bounced stuff off each other, from our dialysis time together. Right. Even when you was first getting your kidney, and I'm like, you would talk to me about that. And then when I finally was going for my kidney, I'm reaching out like, yo, I'm scared to death.
Right.
Okay, Ray B said, when someone loves you, they just do. But physically, if you aren't happy with yourself, work hard to change what you can and accept and love what you cannot, especially if someone else already is. And that's my case in point. That's exactly what my point is.
Because I was asking Ray, he really thinks that. Because,
no, Ray, that's a she. Ray B is a she.
Oh, Ray, sorry. So you really think that men really don't have a problem with that? Honestly? Like, I really, no matter what they say, because
there are men, and I know men, hands down, that love big women. Period. Love them. Period. Like, they will look at a female that's slim and be like, she better go eat a chicken bone.
See, when did that happen? And I'm just really saying, because I was so funny. I talked to my cousin today and I was telling him, hey, I'm going to go travel just in case I'm at the airport on LA. I might need you to be close to help your cousin. Right. So we started talking about, he was like, I'm proud of you, your weight loss, da, 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 da. And he was like, man, cousin, big girls is in right now. And that made me laugh. And I said, when did they come in?
It hasn't been right now. It's been for many years. I remember a movie. I can't remember the movie, but it was some young ladies, some heavyset girls. And you're exactly right, Jay. So I can't remember the movie, but the girls went away and they was courted by some dudes, and they was like, y'all really not talking about us. And they was like, the dudes was really feeling the females. And it was a bunch of skinny females around them, or in shape females with nice bodies. But there was the plus size women, and we don't call them fat girls, Jay. We call them plus size BBWs.
Do they call them BBWs? Is that what we're called now? I thought it was changed. I thought they changed it to curvy. I thought we're curvy now. Because I don't call some people, you can't call them Rose curvy. See, I'm a hater in my own community. Like, you know how there's black haters on black people?
I don't. See,
I'm
a guy, and I don't shake bash.
I'm not gonna bash, but let's call it what it is. You're fat, or you're fluffy, or you're curvy. If you got double,
okay, so tell me the difference. Tell me the difference between fat, fluffy, and curvy.
Okay, let's start with thick. Thick is thick. Boom, you're together, you're thick, you got a little pow, it looks good in your clothes. Okay,
hold on.
Fluffy, you got that little.
What
fluffy,
you mean?
You got that little.
Pow? We talking ass and tits? What's pow?
Pow is ass and hips, thighs. Pow.
Okay, pow.
Pow. Okay. You can't call no one with like laps and laps and laps. That's not thick.
Wait. What's laps and laps and laps? Are we talking
like
about
a Dunlap, like a tire? Dunlap, fold. I'm with my people because I was there. You can't call me at 484 pounds. I'm speaking from experience. That is not thick. That is fat. Period. That is not thick. And
wait.
If you want to.
So hold on. You call the Rolls Dunlap tires?
Dunlap's a boom. That's the tread, nigga. Tread. I'm clowning myself. So don't no one come for me. I was 484 pounds. I was a size 34. So that wasn't thick. Don't call me thick. You're just saying that to be nice. That's fat. Let's keep it.
I would call you BBW. I wouldn't call you fat because to me.
Okay, we'll take BBW. Okay, we'll take that.
That to me is
but don't call me curvy and don't call me thick at that size because it's not true. You're being
look. If you guys are looking for a podcast home, and we're gonna get back to this, but if you guys are looking for a podcast home,
I'll tell you.
Definitely check out the Evening Rush Network, and we have all the information you guys need right here.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Woo! This show, it's definitely taking, a toll. BQ said that she was once a size 22. So listen, our phone lines are open. If anybody wants to call in, give us a call. 646-309-0421. Again, 646-309-0421. And also, before we move on, where my sponsors at? I want to shout out my sponsors. And of course, one of our sponsors who's definitely on with us tonight, BQ Mommy Productions. Definitely want to shout her out. Sayings by Butter.
Yes.
Faith No Fear. Envious Creations. 2920 Clothing. Indian Ivy Inc. Team Roz. Of course, Shazzy's Hair Emporium. Mm-hmm. And let me not forget my C-Moss lady, Elevate Yours.
Yes.
And again, my sponsors, I'm not sure if Envy's on tonight, but to all our sponsors, I greatly appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there will be no us. And of course, all our listeners and viewers, we already know we love y'all. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are definitely crazy.
Yeah. These callers.
Roz acting up tonight.
No, because I'm sick of that. I just had it. It was on it just came. Don't call nobody who got Dunlaps. That is not curvy.
I swear I've never heard that.
A Dunlap tire?
Yo, I've never heard that.
Yes, them is Dunlap. Come on,
never heard.
I'm not clowning because that was me. So you couldn't call me at 500 pounds, but I was thick. That's not real talk. That wasn't thick. I was BBW.
BBW. I'm not gonna say fat.
Okay.
I don't know.
But I guess that's if you got on a machine, it'll say fat.
But I'm gonna go back up.
Okay, let's go back.
Who said this? Somebody said, all right, it was Teresa. Teresa said, true, my second husband was 330 pounds. When I got with him, when I got with him and when I lost over 150 pounds, he did not want me anymore. I don't want him anymore, not because I lost my weight, but he said he only liked big women. So again, That's what I'm saying to you. There are guys out here that love big women. You know, there's dudes that love Big Bertha. Yeah. Big Bertha is what dudes want. Big Bertha. They don't want Emily.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
What you saying is not dudes that want Big Bertha?
They want both. You can't say they want both.
No, you have a dude that really likes big women.
Yes.
You have a dude that likes both, and then you have a dude that only likes slim women. I told you, I have a friend that will night date a female off of his eyesight if she's over 125 pounds.
Right. Right. And that's okay.
If he feels she's getting too thick, he slides to the left.
Yeah. And that's okay. You know, so funny. My dude, when we dated, I was probably 18, 20. You know, I was thick then. Then with the kids, whatever, then I became BBW. And then to the other extreme, you know, the 600, my 600-pound life. That's what I became. You know, I was a 34. I call it what it is. I was
so all right. So what's fluffy?
It's when you got that pushback. That's fluffy. What
the hell is a pushback?
You look like cuckoo. You know that marshmallow. That's fluffy. You're just fluffy. You're just so nice and fluffy. I was fluffy too. Don't come for me. I was all stages. So I'm talking about myself. So I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about all the stages that I have transformed. I was fluffy. I still was 300. I wasn't BBW. I'm still like, your skin is so soft. I just want to, you know, guys, don't leave me hanging. You know, people who they want to touch you. You're so cute. Your cheeks. You're so cute.
You know, the funny thing is I'm laughing because this comedian, Gabriel Iglesias, and he goes by the name of Fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's explained Fluffy, he's like, you have big fat, then you have damn
Fluffy.
And when I'm hearing that now, I'm hearing you like,
yeah.
Like I've never heard that. I heard him say
it. Wonderful.
You say Dunlap tires.
You can stick your arm under Fluffy, and that's warm. And come over here. You're so fluffy. You're warm.
So Teresa says she's gonna start calling herself Fluffy.
And Fluffy, yes, you just want to hug.
Lisa Morgan says she's gonna start thinking. You know, I don't know what she's gonna start thinking about, but I mean, but you have, like I said, you know, you have guys that like a nice sized woman. You
Fluffy.
know,
yeah, Fluffy's cute. Fluffy. Call me fat. Just call me Fluffy. I like.
Okay, so Fluffy is Fluffy bigger than BBW?
No, smaller. Your BBW's too. Just BBW's those women. It's so funny. My dude, we were talking. I was on Instagram, and I don't know what page came up, and it was all these BBWs that they're in two pieces, and I said, "Wow!" When I was 484 pounds, I could have had stacks. Like, geez. These women on there doing the most on these with 10,000 followers and those laps and laps and laps. And I was like, damn, I should have seen this way a long time ago. So I didn't see it. So that's Fluffy. I mean, that's BBW. So that is a whole different, like, okay, it's changed.
So where would you say you're at now?
I think I'm curvy and fluffy. Someone's at the dang door. I think I'm curvy and fluffy. Go to a caller because someone's at my house.
We're waiting for Mandy said that she got voicemail. Rels, do we get a caller? I don't know. Too much. I'm fluffy. That's what I'm gonna call me. All right. What is the size though? BBW over 300? Now, Roz has to answer that question because BBW
I was 4. I was 4 when I weighed finally, and I was sick for 3 months, thought I was dying. So finally, when I got to the hospital and they weighed me, I was 44, but I probably had lost a good 60 pounds before that. So, BBW is like when you're excessive, I think, you know, and you're not, I don't know, they're going to come for me on my page. So I'm just going to be quiet. Let's ask one of the callers because I don't have time to be fighting with nobody.
Well, again, we could call in 646-309-0421.
Ask someone else because they're gonna come for me on my personal page.
All right.
And I'm gonna have to shut them down.
Denise said the most she weighed was 315. So
who?
Denise Morgan. She says so she was she fluffy or was she BBW?
Well, it depends on her body. You can't say by a number. It's your structure. Like some people, how you hold it when you're taller, how if you know solid, you would have never thought that I was 484 pounds because I was an athlete all that time. So I would have never guessed that until they told me, and I was like, that's not my number. Go back, go get the other paper.
When I was 285, was I think I was fluffy.
Well, I don't know your structure, and it's all about. It's not the weight; it's how you carry it.
Babe, was I fluffy or was I just fat as hell? So she said both. I was fluffy and fat as hell.
See, it's your structure.
Now she over there laughing.
Like if you're 5'4" and you're 300 pounds.
Why are you laughing, Roz? She cracking up.
I love her so much. I can't wait to meet her. I mean, it depends on how you carry your weight. I was a size 34. I couldn't shop.
See, now this is the funny thing, right? Like I bought Erica clothes and I'm not gonna put her size out there, but she's small. And when you say 34, and I'm thinking about the size pants and stuff that I bought her, 34 is like
this.
Christ.
Like
all right, it says I'm 5'7". I'm to a 55 right now. I think I'm fluffy now. I was big Jeff for 80 pounds, big Joff for 80 pounds ago.
Exactly. So she feels me. Yes. It's your structure and how you carry it. That
the number is 646-309-0421.
Yeah.
Again, 646-309-0421.
How
and
you
Denise
carry
says,
it.
I'm solid, active in sports as well, people. I didn't look at it until I showed them before and after pictures. And it's funny, like I said that, and I agree with what you said, like, it's weird because I said to my wife one day, I was looking at a picture and I'm like, why you never told me I was this big? And it's crazy because I'm looking at a picture and I'm like, and it's funny because I would love to take a picture of the shirt that I had on at the time it was my daughter's graduating from kindergarten. And I took another picture a few years ago. It might have been in 6th grade. Hello?
I don't know what that was. Someone probably coming in.
Favorite person.
Oh, hey, Mandy.
Here we go.
Hey. No. It's real talk.
Okay.
Because me and Mike are both there, so that counts as another call because Mike's right here.
Okay.
It depends on the attitude the person carries. Because I do see now. I watched the 600-pound Life the other day, and there's some girls that are way up there, and they're like, "Oh, I look good." Mike said it has to do with their confidence. I know for me, there was no confidence when I was heavier because I didn't want no one to see nothing.
Preach. Yes. And so
go ahead. I wore a sweatshirt in the summer. I wore a sweatshirt in the summer. People say, "Why do you always have a sweatshirt?" Tell me I didn't lie. I lied and said, "Oh, I'm always cold." Yeah, because I'm drenched in sweat.
Go on, Mandy. You talk real shit. When you get
you've always been open and honest with us, and you always have told the real. So what you're telling us, and it's like story after story that you tell us. You always come and you're always open and you're honest.
Yeah.
And I truly, truly appreciate that because
Absolutely.
there are people that are listening and watching the show that may not have the confidence that you have or Roz has to say, I weigh this. Teresa also spoken about her weight and, her size and how she feels. So there are so many people who are afraid to come out. And with the platform that the Evening Rush has given us, we've allowed people of all sizes, shapes, whatever, to come speak and just be open and be honest. I could, people might be like, well, Mac, you're a bodybuilder, so you can't really talk. But you have to understand, I'm still a fat boy in heart because I still, I'm not gonna sit here and like I went to the supermarket, before I came home, and I walked past the donut, and I was like, "Damn, I need."
You know what's crazy? What you just said, not to cut you off, is that I still have that mentality, and who keeps me in check?
Yeah,
I hate it. It's my husband. He keeps me in constant check, because I had a fat girl walk. That walk, Mandy. You guys understand that walk? He says, "Why do you you'll check me in the middle of places?" And I'm like, "You don't have to do me like that." He goes, "Come on, walk normal. Why do you got that fat girl walk right now? Why are you walking like you're a 400 pounds still?" Now he's been with me from the highest to the lowest at I was 199. No, 201. So he can tell me. And then Mandy has the same disease, well, she's getting better, that I had. I still see myself when I go shopping, I'll still grab the 26. And damn knowing that I was down to 16. I'll still go to the 26 and then I'll work my way down because I'm afraid. Well, now I can go clearly to the 1820 because after
we're talking about clothing wise. Okay.
Yeah, but before when I had got down to the 12, 14, 16, I would still start at the 26 and work my way down because we still had the blinders on. And that affected, to go back to the topic, affected how I wanted to cover. Like Mandy said with the sweatshirt. Mm-hmm. I wanted to make sure that I was covering that top roll or that muffin top is what they call it.
Yeah.
So
muffin top?
The muffin top, the extra, the Dunlap, that fold over, the extra tight, that.
Well, I heard of muffin top, but Dunlap is
no,
it's called Dunlop.
It's when you can't push that shit down, that is a tread. That is a tire. That is not no fluffy muffin top. That shit got consistent.
Mine was a tractor tire.
Yeah, Mandy, you keep it 100 with these people. Stop telling people.
We have to be vulnerable. We have to be vulnerable so people see all of us go through it. All of us plus size have been through it.
About the walk. Erica says, when I walk with Erica says, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because I walk slow. Erica says, I walk with a diddy bop. I don't know if that's the fat walk. I was walking slow. I started picking, and look, she's giving a thumbs up. So I guess that means I walk fat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to give it.
I had a guy at our gym. He's a firefighter. I didn't know if I should be offended or proud of myself, but Tommy told me one time, he said, can I tell you something? I was like, yeah, go ahead. Usually he's telling me about my form. He goes, I want to let you know, when you first walked in here, you had the worst wobble ever. And I noticed a wobble like that.
Yeah,
I don't know if I was supposed to be offended.
I was told I walk like a penguin.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was supposed to be offended or proud of myself because I come so far, but I knew he meant it with his heart. He wasn't being mean. He called me to the side. He goes, I noticed you don't wobble like that when you walk. All of a sudden, I started walking tall and proud every single time I walked in that box. So we didn't have that wobble.
And Mandy, I'm going to let you go. So what I want to say to you, Mandy, is you put the work in. And as long as you continue to do the work that you do, you're going to continue to see the results that you have been seeing. So never give up on yourself. Never let anybody put you in a box that you don't need to be put in. You are definitely an amazing person. Your weight challenge, you're almost at 100 pounds lost.
She's doing it.
You're there. Just keep pushing.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. You know what it is. Love is love.
Bye, boo. We need Denise to call in because Denise has me hollering. Denise, call in. Let's chat, Denise. Because I got my glasses.
We have another caller. Caller, you're on the phone with the TL Mac Fitness Show with Mac and Roz. Who's on the line?
It's Teresa.
Teresa, what's going on? West.
I'm like right here with Roz. I have Dunlap tires. So I did, but everything is from the top to my waist is flat because I ain't got no breast anymore, and all I see when I look down is big old Dunlap.
Exactly. But like he said, they don't worry about that, and it's proven. And I'm in all these different groups, and that's always a question about stomach and how they don't care. And it's me, my roadblock. They don't care about that. So I have tried to mentally stop worrying about that. Because 25 years I've been in the game where I had Dunlap after Dunlap. So we need to work on that, sister.
So I want to be funny. I want to break the ice. So are y'all telling me y'all had full-fledged tire shops?
Full service. What do you want? You want 18, you want 17? What you want? Trick, thick? What do you want? What do you need? Dunlaps. That's what it is.
Right.
I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for these people who are playing.
Mandy's my hero as well. Mandy is so dope. I tell you that right now. Also, the caller we have on the phone, Teresa. Teresa's definitely dope.
Teresa's on the game.
I love, some of these stories that I hear from you ladies. I don't think we've had a few guys on, but we had a Brooklyn Bengal, and I don't know. I think that's a dude, but we've had so many inspirational stories, you know. And I'm not even up front. People may sit back and be like, "Me and Roz, we have the same exact story," and that our stories inspire a lot of people. But what y'all don't realize is, every time we come on to this network and we press play on or go live on a show, what you guys are doing for us is inspiring us more.
Real
you know,
talk.
Roz is on her fit kick. I'm on my fit kick. So
Right.
it's no way in hell I can't turn around and say, "Oh, nobody inspires me," because you guys are doing the damn thing. You know, y'all might, and you know, like my coach said to me yesterday, you know, everybody has different levels of commitment,
Right.
but they're committed to a point where they know what they want to do and they know the direction that they need to go. So,
Well, you know, this Team Roz that I joined in January has been my biggest inspiration. I fell to a flat point. I couldn't get going. I couldn't get motivated. And I tell you, I'm so blessed to have this team. It just blows me away.
yeah, Team Roz is definitely dope. Shout out to all the Team Roz members.
Whoop, whoop.
Shout out to Roz for setting that up, because
Thank you.
Roz definitely made an amazing platform for some amazing people to actually get
Can
hope.
I ask you? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Teresa. Before she goes, I wanted to ask her a question because Teresa's so transparent. So you said you had your breast removed, and does that affect the topic? Does that affect your sex life? Are you over that? Did you choose not to get the implants?
I had a long talk with my wife before we had the double mastectomy, and she was like, "Whatever you want to do, you know, whatever you do makes you happy." I chose not to get the implants. I just didn't want to go through everything the doctor explained to me that what was going to happen to do it. And at first, I had problems with it, but now, no, it never bothered her. She's like, "It don't bother me. Whatever you want to do." She's happy. I'm the one who's got to figure me out, and I'm figuring me out. The more weight I lose, the more confident I get. But you know, you look in the mirror, you still see the fat girl. I do. I always see the fat girl when I look in the mirror.
You know, it's funny. I look in the mirror, I see the fat boy. So, and Benga's a guy, so we gotta buy. Let me ask you, Benga. Let me ask you a question, bro. Are you into the big women or are you into the slim women?
Who are you guys talking to?
Brooklyn Benga. He's in our company. So I want to know if he's into the big women or the slim women. And it's amazing how the topic actually changed in mid-form, because we was talking about, you know, health issues and sex drive. Listen, that's what happens.
That's what happens. So Teresa, when you was going through your thing, did you stop completely having sex? Or did you have sex?
I did stop having sex completely for probably 10 months. One, because of the chemo. Two, because of the surgery. I was so sick. I felt like she was afraid to touch me. I thought maybe she felt like she was going to break me. But, you know, after a while and some talk with the therapist and my doctor, it was do it. Just do it and get it over with, because you got to start somewhere. And, you know, it was never about her being ashamed to touch me. It was about me. And I'm over that part.
Did you have anxiety?
Oh, girl, yeah. Oh, so badly.
Yeah. Because when I was heavy, I would literally time, like, to take my showers. And this is all in your head, because this is the man that's took off the seat belts and took out the fuse boxes so I wouldn't be embarrassed because I couldn't hook my seatbelt together. So that mindset, that man who did all that stuff for me, I still, when it came time for night, like I would see, how long because he does hydraulic parts. How long are you going to take to do that? And he'll be like, 45 minutes. I would be literally in the showering because I didn't want him to roll up and ask me to get in the shower, like for him to get in the shower. So that.
Right.
Oh, so you didn't want him to hop in the shower with you?
All them Dunlaps? No. And that it causes.
Right, you wanted to be clean in the bed and the lights out.
Yes, you understand.
Listen, I'm going to tell you. See, look, Brooklyn Banger just said he likes some big women with Dunlap tires, but he says both really. So I respect that. But I'm going to tell you, Roz, he wanted to get in the shower. And listen, let me tell you, because I know my brother without even having this conversation. What he wanted to do, right? You know how when you was a kid, you had the tracks with the cars that rode around.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to play with it while he was playing with you.
No, but that was anxiety for me. No, that's
right.
And then after that, let me go ahead and pick a fight real quick, because now I'm going to give you the side eye and you're going to say something so that I wouldn't have that pressure. See, there was a game that came along with being overweight. There's a lot of mental shit that comes with that people don't address. People think, I'm beautiful, I love me, but they don't. That's all talk. That was me. My game, my spit was when I came into the room and they would say something. I'd be like, you think you lucky. I think I'm finer than Janet Jackson. That was game. That was my fat girl game.
Oh yeah, same here. Heck yeah, that's exactly it. Then when you're alone, you're like, oh shit, what am I going to do to get out of this? Or, oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Teresa, thanks for calling in. We got a few more minutes left on the show.
Okay.
Thank you, and we'll talk to you again.
Thanks for being so transparent. You bring so much heat to the show. Thank you.
Now,
Ray I love y'all.
Love you too.
Ray says it's not just in your head. Society and social media doesn't make it any better.
Okay.
I would take that two different ways, because society and social media, especially social media as of the last few years, I've seen a lot of big girls on social media.
Oh yeah.
Even on TV, there's I can't remember the big girl. My wife watches something on one of these shows, and there's a couple of really big girls. I would call them fluffy.
Okay.
And they carry themselves like they're Mrs. Universe.
Right.
And, I respect that, because like Mandy said a little while ago, or her husband, it's more so about their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to TV and social media and society, it all depends on where you're at. You do have some slim women that when they see a big girl, they're pretty much clowning. Oh, look at that big girl at that. But then you have the big girls who look at that skinny girl. She need to go to the buffet.
Right. They eat a sandwich. All that. It goes both ways. And that's why I don't talk shit, because I've been on both. Never been small, but I'm saying I've been on both. I can understand. And one thing, I've always portrayed the confidence. Big girl, I paid for my clothes. I was suited and booted, walked in like a stallion, like one of those Budweiser horses. I don't know if they're called. Those big Clydesdale.
The Clydesdale.
Clydesdale had the ass, had the thighs. Hey, who's that girl? They wanted to know who I was walking in that way. That was what I portrayed. I would get to where I fit in so I could sit down and be like, ooh, don't come over here. Don't talk to me. That's what I had to do to get through for many, many years. So when you have that, you have to learn to you start chipping off, chipping. So that is why I want to still go to the 26s, still go to the 24s. I'm still working on chipping me off.
Like Denise Morgan said, you have to love yourself. Love yourself no matter what.
Yeah.
That right there is
self-love. You have to. We need somebody to come in and talk about self-love, because that is definitely something I can benefit from, and everyone else, because we hide. Like my husband, when I tell him stuff, he said, this person said this about you, or they said this about you back in the day, and I had to see what it really do. And I was like, they lied on their dick. They lied on this, or you know what I'm saying? Because it was a masquerade that I had. And then when you take that off, when you're big and you take that off, you hurt. You really hurt, and you have to really get in tune with that. So that affects the person that you're with. Like I can't.
Sometimes you can't open up, because you're so beating yourself up.
Yes, and it affects your sex life.
And it definitely will affect your life, because again, it becomes more so of a mental hurdle.
1,000%. But then when you get there, so now I'm like, if it's up, then it's up, then lean. I'm with it now. Now I'm with it. So if it's up, then it's stuck. I'm with it. Then so she said, then lean. Right. That's right. They know what I'm talking about. If it's up, then it's stuck. Comes with self-love.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. They know. Somebody know about lean.
That was Teresa.
Yep. See? Told you.
Roz.
It's growth. And I'm so glad we have this show. So many people and been inspired and motivated, and you learn.
Definitely.
And stop calling people curvy when they're not curvy. Call them what they call them, BBW. Stop playing with these girls' mind so they can grow further. It's not nothing's wrong with them. There was nothing wrong with me. I was overweight. I wasn't healthy. But if you have self-love, but no one ever came at me like you asked your wife. Mm-hmm. None of my friends said, Roz, let's go walk. They were still like, did you cook? Let's go to Mexican. No one said, let's go to the gym until I died and came back. One friend, I'll help you. And it was the neighbor who started, and his name was Luis. He was a young Christian guy, started riding my bike with me. No, everybody else still wanted to hang out with the burritos and tacos and let's drink. You all right. You fine. You got a pretty face.
Where's the burritos at?
You don't need no burritos. You can't even eat pretzels.
Wow, did you just blow me up like
that? Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm quiet.
And you know what? Erica laughed at that too when I told her.
Yeah,
like
pretzels.
You don't even understand. Like I could go through a pound of pretzels, the big bag, in one sitting.
That's too many carbs. Denise, you gonna call in? I want to talk to Denise. Denise, call in.
Denise, call in. Area code 646-309-0421. Again, 646-309-0421.
You have to shout out our sponsors. Are we good? Are we
over? Let's shout out our sponsors because we over time. So let's shout out sponsors.
All right.
Let's shout out Elevate Shores. Wise Choice Sewer and Drain, Savings by Butter, Faith No Fear Clothing, of course, Envious Creations. I need that. Them fudge brownies, 2920 Clothing,
can't have them.
Indian Ivy Inc., Teen Roz, Shazzy's Hair Emporium, and of course, BQ Mammy Productions, aka Mommy Productions.
Whoop. Thank you.
Yo, listen, this has been an amazing show. You know, I've learned so much. You know, and you guys are like dope. And the energy you bring to the show, Roz, this is you, you know?
Because I've been 500 pounds, 200 pounds. I've been 175. I've been everything. So when I talk, I'm not targeting anyone because it's me. I'm talking about me. So I know my Instagram's going to be like, you said you called me fluffy, and I'm going to have to hit them up.
No. This is what you got to tell them. Go listen to the show. Because once you listen to the show, you will understand why I said what I said.
Right.
If anybody is getting information third party about anything that's being said on this show, these shows, the TL Mac Fitness shows are replayed so many times. I do so many watch parties, even though they're ending watch parties next week. But there are so many watch parties. You know, we're constantly, putting them in rotation. So nobody can get it misconstrued of what we say on this show because
I hope not. I don't feel like fighting.
Yeah, but I don't see anybody. What I think anybody would do is, especially from our regular listeners and even the people who drop in for the first and second times, those people will sit back and say, we're doing an amazing job with an amazing platform. Our platform isn't like, there are other shows on the network. Shout out to the Queen. Shout out to the Evening Rush.
The Queens. They show out.
So of course there's so many other shows, but our content, it typically stays to health, wellness, beauty,
right,
and nutrition. We don't go outside of that box. You won't sit back and be like, okay, well on a TL Mac Fitness show, we're going to have rapper Bozo because that's not what we do. We're not going to sit here and be like, okay, well, we're going to bring this business person on. Wellness comes with that because wellness is a financial thing.
Right.
So we may bring a business person on board to talk about that. But as far as anything else, we're not gonna be bringing like people on that will not benefit our fan base.
All right, there we go.
So it's now 9:05. Roz is 6:04 over 6:05 on the West Coast. So I want to say to everybody that's been listening, watching, representing for us, calling, typing comments in the comment box, Thank you.
You guys are amazing. Amazing.
Thank you. Again, without you guys, there is no TL Mac Fitness Show with Mac and Roz.
Right.
No, and on top of that, without our sponsors, we wouldn't even be able to get onto this platform.
Real talk.
So also to Don Rel, who's our producer now. You know, you guys haven't met Rel yet, but Rel is on the back end now.
We like Rel. Rel's good. Good people.
And Rel's a young boy, young. Like he even my son. I think he's like
hey boy.
He young.
Hey boy. You can't say boy. You can't say wife beaters.
Okay, so he's a young man.
There you go. I'm getting off this line. I'm getting off with y'all. I'm leaving him. He's on his own. 6:05.
You ain't going nowhere. Shout out to the Evening Rush. Y'all already know what it is. It's the TL Mac Fitness Show with Mac and Roz. We'll see you guys next week. Y'all already know what it is. We work over here. Keep
Stay safe. God bless.